The Cracked Lens, the double life of Manhattan's neurotic king. Manhattan, New York. If you listen closely to the streets of the Upper East Side, you can still hear it, the faint, jagged rhythm of a clarinet playing traditional jazz. It is the soundtrack of a city that exists only in the mind of one man, Woody Allen. For 6 decades, he was the architect of our intellectual dreams. He gave us Annie Hall, redefining romance with a stutter and a tie. He painted New York in glorious black and white in Manhattan, making neurosis look like high art. He was the harmless, bespectacled genius who made intelligence sexy. But every film has a subtext, and in Allen's life, the subtext became a horror story. 1. The auteur of anxiety. To understand the mystery, you must look at the empire he built. 50 films, 4 Oscars. He possessed a work ethic that bordered on pathological, churning out a movie a year like a factory line of wit. He was the darling of critics, the man who could attract the world's biggest stars for scale wages just for the honor of being in his frame. He convinced the world that his on-screen persona, the anxious, love-seeking intellectual, was the reality. But was it a performance designed to hide something darker? 2. The plot twist no one saw coming. The script of his life derailed in 1992. It wasn't a slow fade, it was a jump scare. The discovery of Polaroids. The revelation that the man sitting at the dinner table was in a romantic relationship with Soon-Yi Previn, the college-age daughter of his longtime partner, Mia Farrow. The tabloids exploded. The harmless intellectual was suddenly cast as a predator, but the rabbit hole went deeper. The allegations from his 7-year-old daughter, Dylan Farrow, regarding sexual abuse in an attic, turned a domestic scandal into a criminal question mark. Authorities investigated. No charges were filed. In a Hollywood ending, the hero would be vindicated or the villain jailed. But in Allen's story, we got neither. We got a lingering, suffocating gray fog. 3. The long exile. Today, the industry that once worshipped him has largely turned off the lights. The Me Too movement unspooled his legacy, leading stars to donate their salaries and apologize for working with him. He has retreated to the shadows of Europe to find funding, a ghost haunting his own filmography. Yet, he remains free, married to Soon-Yi for over 2 decades, defiantly releasing his 50th film while the world argues over his soul. The final frame. Is Woody Allen a misunderstood genius victimized by a vindictive ex-partner, or a monster hiding in plain sight behind a pair of thick-rimmed glasses? The credits are rolling on his life, but the audience remains divided, staring at a screen that will never be clean again. He wrote the perfect endings for his movies, but he lost control of his own third act.